Melodic Death is back, baby. We got In Flames, Foregone Part 2.
One of my favorites. We've already talked about some of their stuff. Let's get into the Part 2 of Foregone. Let's not get any foregone conclusions about this.
Worst joke we ever had.
Yep. Cancel us, please.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, unexpected.
Okay.
So right off the bat, I love that little intro thing.
Yeah, there's a couple like different like vibes I get. I'm getting like a kind of like melodic-y folk kind of thing with that like clean riff. Sounds like they're kind of going into like more traditional like Clayman, you know, that kind of thing.
Down-tuned guitars.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very cool. And I love how you get kind of a lo-fi feel in that clean guitar, but then when the whole band comes in, it's super huge. And that like break was like longer, I think, than a 4 count. So it felt very like you were sort of like hanging there for a while.
It was a little off, but it was well done. Yeah.
Loved it. Awesome riff. Very folky.
Love that simple, just
Welcome to my Viking convenience store.
It's the worst store ever. Is a video though. I don't have a VHS player.
Ooh, beautiful guitar tone there.
Yeah. Kind of was expecting the vocals to come in a little bit sooner. What
Me
a
too.
turd. Oh.
Wow, okay. We're over a minute into this song and taking a little bit of like a delayed approach in terms of kicking us in the face.
It has no problem kind of exposing us to those heavy guitars, the heavy drums.
I'm kind of digging it though. It's a little bit of a sidestep from what they've been doing so far, as opposed to giving us like, at least on the singles we've heard out of their new stuff, a little bit straightforward melodic death. So this is kind of a nice aside, in my opinion.
Yeah, a little proggier.
Yeah. Do I have VHS player?
It's still the tape, so I hope.
Ooh.
There's that tom part.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice, love the snare tone.
Yep. A lot of push and pull.
Yeah.
A lot of that.
Now, when you say push and pull, what are you picking up on here?
Variation of the parts. A lot of like disjointed like guitar parts that are like, oh, here's like a heavy ass riff. Here's a clean riff. Here's a, here's a clean riff with a different tone to it. I feel like we've already heard like 4 or 5 different guitar tones in the first like minute and a half of the song.
Yeah, you've got the really heavy tone, you've got the clean tone, but then there's also this like kind of overdrive tone that's happening in that wow. Yeah, really, really neat. I like it so far. Okay, that little overdriven guitar. Dude, that's me.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Great vocal. That's a great vocal section, man.
This a pre-chorus? Or maybe a chorus? Either way, it's fucking banging. Like, it's definitely new school In Flames, but I'm hearing like Horacle kind of era of like the folkiness in
Yeah,
it, you know?
yeah, for sure. Those melodies where they approach it in that, it's just that folk driven pattern, and it's cool because they are implementing newer sounds, obviously very high production value. You know, like you said, the snare tone is very modern and stuff, but they're also kind of throwing back a bit too. So
yeah, and you know what? I think this will make a lot of new In Flames fans. I kind of like this melodic death version of the band, but also make some of the older In Flames fans like us, you know, happy again. Because I will say they went a little off the beaten path for me, and the singles have been getting me pretty excited, though.
Yeah, I agree.
So. Ooh. This is sick.
Cool.
There's that build up again.
Yep.
The tom tone is sick. Yep.
That's a cool fucking riff.
It is. Ooh, I love this chorus, man.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, before we get into the solo, there's a couple of cool things in this chorus that I really like. You know, because we're going from that like a folky like swaying with a beer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a waltz.
Very, very. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. So it's very much like that. And then in the chorus, Anders takes over with that really awesome vocal melody, and that brings to the front. What I love is the rhythm goes in the back, and they have that dun 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 dun.
I had to hear it for a second because I heard you say it, and I was like, oh, I didn't realize there was like a break happening.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, that's really cool.
Super rad.
Yeah.
And I love that like little syncopation that they're doing in the chorus is still reminiscent of that kind of waltzian feel, but it's resolving and kind of grounding the song to the rhythm while Anders sort of takes the front in that floaty melody.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. And now we're getting a fucking killer solo.
Yeah.
Let's do it. God, that snare sounds huge.
Ooh.
Harmonies.
There's that. The In Flames harmonies during their solo basically created an entire band
They did.
with Beyond the Embrace. Beyond the Embrace was so infatuated with fucking In Flames like dual solos. They were like, we need a third guitar player.
Yeah, just to keep the guitars awesome in the background at the same time.
Yeah.
I mean, like it or not, In Flames is cornerstone to melodic death metal,
Yes.
especially Swedish melodic death metal. They did their own thing with it and whatever, and that's fine. That's a different video, but you know, that cornerstone melodic, you know, back and forth harmonized between two speaker sound is just music to my ears, and that's why I love this band so much.
Very glad to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like this character. Like that's a cool looking character.
Yeah.
Little nice.
Ooh, back to the solo, a little keyboard in the background.
Yeah, right. Dude. Oh, that's a cool outro.
Ooh. That little flash on the screen.
Yeah. This, now that the song is complete and behind us and we kind of have like a 20,000 foot view of it, this song feels so much less of like this like proggy thing versus like, all right, we've got these like sections. Let's kind of like flashcard them and just kind of put them in different orders, because there's essentially only 4 or 5 riffs in here.
Yeah, you're right.
But it feels like it's something that's more twisty and turny and stuff, just based upon, all right, well, let's do like a weird break here, you know, for 6 beats versus the 4 or whatever, and then we do like kind of like some pausing in the back. Really, really well done. Like very superior like level stuff here.
Yeah, definitely. And this would be a very fun song live, you know, especially like that big clean chorus. Like once everybody knows the lyrics, everyone's going to be shouting that out loud, and you know, that kind of waltz feel on the riffs, like very much like everyone's going to be headbanging to it, and very, very fun. And at the same time, they keep it interesting with, like you said, the little bit different song structures, but also keeping the roots of like catchiness.
Yeah.
What did you guys think of the new In Flames tune? Leave it down in the comments below.
As always, our Forge Master brethren, go with the gods. Don't go into any foregone conclusions about In Flames.
And avoid TV sets with VHS tapes. Yeah. See you guys. See you next time.
Bye. Do you even have a VHS player?
No.